What? Oh my fucking god. What in the... Every fucking time. I have it. I have a fucking... Properties. OBS, OBS. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh man, I'm at YT reactions. Right, and where the fuck? There it is. Wait, what? What the fuck? Properties. Properties, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Remove. Enter from there. Oh, I don't... I don't understand. Anywho. Hi, welcome. How's chat been? Hopefully chat's doing well. Okay, now I need to reload. What? Sick. Alright. Alright. Until no, fuck off. Hold on, everything reset again? Hold on, cousin. Nice. Nice. Well, you get to send pictures of the costume. But there we go. There we go. Alright, and now... Alright, there we go. Make sure everything is, fine and dandy. Oh, not crack, shit. Anywho, there we go.
James was on his way to school with 4 passengers on a bright, sunny New York day. Suddenly, the driver of a Honda Civic pulled in front of his Chevy Malibu.
Are you serious? Wow, nice signal, no signal. Okay, the lights are out, so you treat it like a 4-way stop. There's no one in front of you. Stop hitting your brakes. You can't turn left. You cannot turn left. Why are you signaling left? You cannot turn left.
This is an example of how one vehicle blocked both directions of traffic because the driver was unable to park the vehicle properly. This reminded me of Austin Powers.
Lol. Lol. I remember everything.
Open your door. Okay, get the car on fire.
Why are elderly people driving? Hi, Wolfie. I don't understand. Why the fuck are elderly people driving? Have a good yeah, thank you.
Entered a point in time where it's almost impossible to go into work without encountering someone who doesn't know how to drive. Not signaling your merge, not giving the right of way to pedestrians, tailgating, and swerving 3 lanes at once so they don't miss their exit. Am I the only one who thinks that there's an increase in bad drivers?
Here's the thing that hi. Hi Flower, how are you? Here's the thing with the story that how I got my driver's license. It was during the cough era. Basically, you know how there's a for the road test, you know, for the actual like, physical driving test, the driving exam. I think Yay! Yay! Can't wait to see. Anywho, for the driving exam in America here, you're supposed to be taking both the parking portion of the exam and the actual road part of the exam. Here's what happened during the cough era. Obviously, I took the parking portion of the exam. I did the signaling perfectly, stopped at the stop sign, did a signal, made the right turn perfectly, did the parallel parking perfectly, and I did the actual parking spot parking perfectly. So when I did all that, I thought, okay, it's time for the road part exam and see if I passed that as well. Nope. Even I had questioned the examiner's like, okay, I told the examiner, hey, I'm ready to do the road part exam. It's like, oh, you're not actually gonna be doing the road part exam because of this cough era. We don't do the road part exam, so we're just gonna give you a driver's license. Like, what the fuck? I'm glad I got my driver's license, and one, despite my parents being very toxic towards me, they at least taught me how to actually drive. Two, even my mom was in utter shock, like, huh? Here's the thing, it took my older sibling 2 tries to pass the actual road part of the exam. I didn't even get to do the road part of the exam, and I got my driver's license. Like, what the fuck? So, I swear to God, that should be violating so many actual regulation laws thingy majigs. Yeah, I quote unquote legally have my driver's license. I think it was one time when I was renewing my driver's license, like, I questioned, okay, I had asked the whoever was at the DMV, but I asked them, hey, so this is what happened during my driving exam. I never actually got to take the road part exam, and they said, oh, you still passed the exam. You get to keep your driver's license. Like, what the fuck? Okay, thank you, but what the fuck? No wonder why no wonder we got so many bad drivers. It's because of the cough error that nobody actually got tested for the actual road part of the exam. At least in America. I'm not sure about everywhere else, but yeah. Still. Pardon. Sorry, I had chips. Still, what the fuck? Yes, I know. I never actually took the road part of the driving exam and still got my driver's license. Here's the thing, my older sibling passed the parking portion twice. It's just the road portion that was difficult. I didn't even get to take mine. I still don't understand. Why the fuck do I have my driver's license? I'm supposed to be taking road part. But hey, at least I get to scream at other drivers for being assholes. I'm somehow a better driver who didn't actually take the road part exam and still was allowed to get a driver's license, and yet everyone else can't even actually. That's so flipping me. I know it's so bad, but I'm taking the wins where I can. Here's the thing. I also, even with my driver's license, I still had my own dumbass moments, and while others don't even think about it, I fucking reprimand myself every fucking time. So what? I only had like 2 dumbass moments in my entire driving career. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Dad. Taking. Aw, that's cute. But yeah, yeah, I didn't actually. What the fuck? People get in a car crash and they took the road part. Here's the thing. In America, when you take the driving exam, you only have to take it once in your entire life, and you all have to do is just renew it. The only time you get your driver's license taken away is you actually be so much of an asshole, so much of a dumbass, you get your driver's license revoked. Here's the thing, I would rather get tested for the driving exam every 2 years is reasonable to be tested on the driving portion, so I can actually like determine to keep a license or not. Gotta go, bye, maybe later. Thank you, everything for stopping by. Stay safe. Okay, but yeah, it kind of just pisses me off that how the fuck are you keep your license? It just... But yeah, hold on real quick. Okay, I got a voicemail, but yeah. Anywho, yeah, it still pisses me off. I don't fucking understand. If I watch with no video, Brandy sounds like she... What the fuck? You don't know how many times I got... You don't know how many times I got that comment. Well, actually it's for other streamers, but yeah. Sounds like who? Oh, one of my friends, Zai, she's a fellow streamer. She's also trans, and we did a collab. So we did a collab for Among Us, and I do understand the similarities. Also, Rai, if you ever happen to miss streams, I do upload the stream VOD to my VODs channel, which is Brandy Blitz VODs. You can search it up on YouTube. It's just like Brandy Blitz, and you add VODs at the end. But yeah, I did an Among Us collab with Zai, and I do understand the simulators. All 7-bit. Oh, thank you. What? Thank you.
I've never heard of the term defensive driving until I started preparing for my exam.
Defensive driving. I already know about this. Well, my friends call it driving defensively, but defensive driving, yeah. Oh, the stream is done for you. Yep.
In California, you have to assume that everyone's an idiot. Some people are just bad drivers. A lot of people are texting and driving.
Here's the thing. The 2 roommates I first lived with, when I first left my parents' house, one of my roommates was exactly that. She was always texting her phone while driving. Like, I yelled, "Get off your damn fucking phone! I don't fucking care if this is your car. You don't fucking text you don't text and drive with me in the car." Hell, my mom also texts and drives. I don't fucking understand. And she's the one saying, "Oh, don't text and drive, hon." And she's actively texting and drive. I don't fucking understand. I don't. Yeah. Apparently, I'm a better driver than my parents. People are they are fucking stupid. Hey, I have my goddamn stupid moments here, but I'm not that fucking stupid.
A lot of people who don't know that you should use the same lane that you turn from, you turn to. And
I had stupid drivers who fucking double lane turn. I fucking hate that shit. Hell, one of the times, Automod left, leave that alone. Hold on, real quick. What happened? Leave me. Right, you have mod privileges, so you're excluded from Automod. But yeah, Here's the thing. One of the times when some stupid driver decided to do a double lane right turn, so I can say yes, you can say fuck all the time. Also, when someone did a double lane right turn, I was in the left lane. I had to swerve onto the goddamn median, and I hit the brakes, honked, and I honked at them, and I slammed all my brakes in front of them, and I put on my hazard lights. Luckily, there was a cop that was actually at the intersection. There was a cop at the intersection, and I could see the look on that guy's face. He was like, he had his hands covered on his face. And I screamed at him, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is what the actual fuck is wrong with you?" Luckily the undercarriage of my car turned out to be fine. However, as soon as we so the cop guided us to the gas station. It was actually right at the intersection. Some people want the car to be... Yes, exactly. And when the cop guided us to the gas station, I just realized how high. Yeah, well, I haven't been introduced. Yeah. So, like I said, when the cop got us to the gas station, so we exchange insurance information, and when the cop left, the guy fucking booked it. The guy fucking booked it so hard. I'm like, all right, might as well. I'm gonna just call the cops and say, hey, I'm just gonna call the cops next morning and say, hey, the guy just basically did a hit and run, basically. So I'm not sure if the cops ever caught him, but he basically did a hit and run. Technically, he did a hit and run, because he was supposed to stay for the... He technically did stay, but I let the local police department know, hey, someone crashed into me last night. Like, luckily a cop was there. We exchanged information. As soon as the cop left, the guy booked it. So he was in a car information redacted. If you happen to find him, just be very wary. Even last night he looked very upset and agitated. So yeah. Luckily he couldn't do road rage against me because the cop was actually right fucking there. Thank you, Emery, for following. Welcome. How you been? How you doing? My name is Brandon Mitz. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of video games. Chat suggests me, as well as I draw art, I do coding, and hopefully I'll be doing 3D modeling for everyone here sooner or later. But yeah, really, I'm hoping. Here's the thing, right? Fame kind of tends to lurk in my stream, and they don't pay attention to chat.
The amount of people who have road rage, especially if they were the ones who are in the wrong, like...
Oh yeah, forgot to tell you, when within the first year of me driving, I literally stopped at a red light. It was the middle of winter, the roads were icy. The guy had an old man had slammed on the brakes, got out of his car, went to was banging on my door, and as soon as the light hit green, I booked it, and I probably ended up running over his foot. But the guy was road raging at me anyways, and I had dashcam footage, so I sent it to the cops and like, hey, road rage guy, here's a time. This is what happened. Yeah. Okay. Should I do? If you want, go ahead. Fuck my brain. My brain is getting lightheaded. I'm starting to get a headache from fucking raging now.
People will follow you. People will block your way. The amount of pettiness I've seen in California is unmatched.
Before, we used to say, oh, they're probably having a bad day. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, we don't know where they're going through. Now, I'm all for empathy, but every single time, every single day, surely not everyone is going through the worst day of their lives, right? Because tell me why every single time I drive, there are other drivers constantly entering my lane that don't use their blinkers, and now I need to be defensive? Or how about just the idiot who's on his phone on a green light? At some point, it's not about empathy.
I've had that fucking happen multiple times where the driver's on his phone on a green light, and I honked at him. I honked at, what, 5 drivers who were on the phone at a green light? Every time they booked it. Every time they booked it. And only one time one of those 5 times, a cop was right there. And the cop had to chase that person down. I just... It fucking boggles my mind. And guess what? The high-speed pursuit that one time happened, it ended up being on the news. It ended up being on the news. I forget when the time exactly. It was around... fuck. I think it was around the second year I was driving. But yeah. Has to be old generation. It's not just the older generation. It's also millennials and Gen Z. Fucking idiot drivers. My generation is fucking full of idiots. Even more so. Oh, looks like the fame is begging. I'm sorry. But the fame happens to be begging right now. I'm sorry. They're the one who asked. I know, but if it looks like you're begging, I'm gonna treat you like it. I'm just a little. Yeah, it's okay.
Anymore. It's about knowing how to drive and respecting the road. Some people either just can't drive or they think they're the main character.
Exactly.
I think that's a problem. But hey, it's not like I'm gonna do anything crazy to them. But sometimes it gets close.
Sometimes you get actually close. But yeah. Yippers. But also, I just think I think there's only twice where someone else was actually so much of an asshole when they were driving that I myself ended up road raging. I'm usually one who tries to keep calm. It's like, okay, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just keep driving, driving defensively, and just look out for everyone. Look out for asshole drivers. It's only twice in my driving career that I ended up road raging. Still nice to meet you. Yeah. Wow. I've been trying to improve my empathy. I've been trying to improve my empathy awareness as well. But also at the same time, I just don't fucking understand. These people who are driving, I don't fucking understand. How the fuck are they allowed to keep the driver's license? And there's for the American driving driver's license system. We go by like points. If you get like, I think it was 6. Yeah, you get a total of 6 points for your driving. If you hit all 6 points for driving, you actually get your driver's license revoked. I think I currently have 2 points on my driver's license because I was a dumbass who was doing a 70 and a 45 imperial system. I think it was one time. That was the one time. And that was pretty much it. I think, well, the first time I got a warning, because I let the cop know, hey, like, hey, I'm going back down to get my registration and whatnot renewed. And this is temporarily the situation I have, and I don't know where I'm going to be going from here. He let me off on the hook because he knew, well, my registration was actually close to being have to be renewed, so he understood. I think it was the second time that I ended up getting points on against my driver's license, but yeah. I've reprimanded myself twice. And here's the thing. Usually, I try not to speed. However, the fucked up issue is in America, you both have to go to speed limit, and you have to be within the flow of traffic. Both can't be possible because traffic is normally speeding a lot. So I end up going 10 miles over the speed limit on the highway every time because I need to stay within the flow of traffic, or else I get pulled over for quote unquote being too slow. You can actually get pulled over for being too slow, actually, in America. So yeah, there's that. There's that. And I don't fucking understand. I just don't fucking understand these people.
I don't know about you, but the more bad drivers I see, and incompetent drivers, the harder it is for me to keep my cool sometimes. So I'm here to try to break.
Also, there's only twice where someone was trying to weave in and out of traffic, and luckily I was like right next to like a semi truck. So what I did, so it was a two lane highway. No, it was like I think technically legally it's called a 4-lane highway, but it's 2 lanes going one way and 2 lanes going the opposite lane. So what I did was I was edging on the rear end, close to the back of the semi truck, and not allowing the fucking white Corvette driver to pass me. And he was hogging the horn every fucking time, and I was laughing my ass off for it. And then later that day, I saw them again trying to do the same thing, and I did the exact same thing again. Sometimes road rage comes in the form of trolling people. Sometimes trolling people is well deserved for these road ragers and these incompetent drivers.
Down what's happening. Firstly, let's talk about this clip. It went viral recently, showing an elderly man slamming on the gas pedal even though he's already crashed into the back of a semi-truck. Thankfully, a passerby was able to stop the car and defuse the situation. Now, I thought this was a one-time occurrence, but
I know the look in his eyes. He looks like he has Alzheimer's or dementia. That is not fucking good.
But after doing some more research and looking at the comments, I found that there are a lot of elderly people who shouldn't be driving yet are still on the road.
Here's the thing. The maximum age you can drive is 75 years old. It should be reduced to around 70. Or maybe have, like I said, have cognitive exams to see if you're able to actually keep your driver's license or not. America doesn't do that. America fucking doesn't do that. I'm not sure about the EU, if they have like mandatory driving exams, but in America is basically 5 steps behind when it comes to driving.
And I'm gonna be so...
And driver safety. Always has much so talking. Yes, I am passionate about health and safety. Oh, thank you. But still, it just it fucking pisses me off when people are such incompetent assholes on the road. And I've seen myself, I've witnessed myself, people running red lights. And guess what? I think it was only like once when I was at a no turn on red light. People were honking at me to go. Like, what the fuck do you actually want me to do? It's no turn on red. Bitch! To be fair, I said the thing about doing. Like doing this, I remember. And it's the way I shade my model, I guess. It's actually normal on my actual, like, cause so I use like what was it again? Spout 2 capture, so the shading may look a little different. And I use a lot of shadow. I use a shadow effect on them, so it looks like my model is right in front of the computer. But yeah.
For real, probably my grandfather is included in that. I mean, it's great that they can drive at their age, but at some point, going 10, 20 below is hazardous, especially on highways, because there are speed differences between the two cars, so that can reduce reaction times and increase the severity of the collision.
Exactly. I have color filter. Nice. My color filter yellow, so I need. Yeah, that is understandable. And here's from my color filter is amber on my phone, so it helps me read easier. And doesn't strain my eyes as much. In fact, where is? I feel like my eyes are fucking shitting itself again. Because then it's a little bit of a strain. So I'm gonna. That's so much fucking better. So much fucking better. There we go.
First off, speed limit. If the speed limit is 45, at least down here in Georgia, you could go 5 to 10 over. Why are you going 30 miles per hour in the fast lane? And then getting mad because you're getting blown at. Make that make sense. But when you
make that make fucking sense. Yeah. Oh, fair. Yeah. I think we have the opposite issues. I have an issue with reading and context and reading comprehension. Turns out the reading comprehension part is autism. And the actual reading part is ADHD. So yay for that. But yeah, if you give me a physical book, I physically won't be able to read it. Not because I can't, it's because I easily get migraines if I try to read a physical book. Somehow with manga is okay because it has like most of the pages are laminated, which is fine by me and somehow helps. But if I like read like actual like paper, read words on the actual like paper, my eyes just go all fucky wucky. My brain goes fucky wucky. But yeah, I'm okay. But with math, it's perfectly fine. I covered it. Nice. I have mathematics-tism. We can literally help each other. Only thing I probably will not be able to help you with is actually geometry, because I almost failed my geometry class. I don't know what. Usually I excel at pretty much math at all scale, but geometry was a no-go for me. I'm not touching calculus because that is. I am not touching calculus. No. If I excel at math and I refuse to touch calculus, it's for a good reason. I am not a supercomputer whatsoever, not even the slightest. Numbers are impossible for me unless I have filters, which... But yeah, I understand that. I understand that well.
You drive timid and you drive confused, that's grounds for a potential accident.
I've come to the conclusion that slow drivers, they also need speeding tickets.
Yeah, slow driver needs speeding tickets. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with that. But also, you need to drive it. If you're gonna drive, you need to drive with confidence. Because you drive timid, scared, and just all jittery and stuff like that, you're gonna have an accident guaranteed. You need to drive not only with confidence, but also with predictability. You need to be predictable when you're driving. That's why I copy paste numbers, like messages, stuff like it. Filters. Yeah, I understand that. What? I understand that well, actually. Pardon?
Speed, the lack of speed, they're both hazards.
This is just one example of how there are people on the road that probably shouldn't be driving. You really can't rely on people to obey the rules of the road anymore. And that leads me to my next topic of distracted driving.
I don't think we talk enough about how distracted people are when driving. I'm on the highway, congested traffic, Shawty's down on her phone like this, not looking at all, almost hit somebody. And I saw that 3 times yesterday. This is a problem.
You're sitting at a red light and it turns green. People will just sit there because they're sitting on their phones, scrolling through TikTok or whatever, and they're... Why are we texting while we're on the interstate? It's really insane to me, and I've noticed in the past like 2 or 3 years it's becoming like a much bigger problem.
It's no secret that phones are a distraction to driving and are dangerous and suck away all of your
He has his phone upside down.
attention, yet we've normalized using them. Look, I can understand using it as a GPS, but recording a TikTok, changing a song, replying to a text can...
Okay, so I'm guilty of this. I listen to music in my car. However, I use CarPlay on my car. I use CarPlay, so I have physical luckily I have physical buttons on my steering wheel. And if I'm bored of a song, I switch it. I just hit the button while I'm driving. The button is physically on my steering wheel, so I'm like this. Like, okay, I'm still looking left and right. Okay, is someone gonna be an asshole right now? I look left and right while I'm changing the song. I'm not focused. So when I play a song, I'm not actually listening to the song. I use it as background noise, and I'm just purely focused on driving. I shouted Siri. At least heavy and text tabs I use. Yeah, here's the thing with me. Whenever I put my phone into driving mode, all calls, regardless if it's on my contacts or in my contacts or not, gets sent straight to voicemail. And
Randy is a cutie, and so is everyone else.
And for text, I don't get text at all while I'm driving. No notifications. It automatically sends, "Hey, I'm driving. If it's an emergency, reply urgent, or use my emergency line to call me." Which is basically the bypass filter on my phone. If you're not on my emergency contacts list, which actually is able to bypass my driving filter, you're not calling me. Hi, Gracie, welcome. I'm raging about incompetent asshole drivers.
Connecting Bluetooth, what are we doing? It gets to a point where it's too much time taken away from focusing on the road. Streamers, YouTubers, influencers.
I do not like influencer drivers. I do not like them at all.
They do it all the time. We don't bat an eye whenever we see someone recording while driving because it's just so normalized now.
Yes.
What's this? Ah! Oh, ooh.
It's a red light.
That was Twitch streamer Extra Emily running a red light while streaming live driving through Austin, Texas. She was banned for this after her clip went viral, the one that we just saw, but then she was unbanned a day later.
I feel like distracted driving is one of those things.
Here's the thing I hate about Twitch. Twitch, I don't actually hate you. This is one thing I don't like that you do. Well, I know, but Twitch is the one thing I don't like that you do. We all know Twitch plays favorites. They play favorites with the streamers that make them the most money. And then when we call Twitch out for it, they say, "Oh, we're just trying to enforce our rules the best we can." Oh. And then when Twitch gets in trouble with the FTC for doing that, then they ban people properly. I don't fucking understand. When Twitch's stock ends up going down because of some incompetence that's been happening in corporate, that's when they start taking things seriously. They don't take things seriously unless their money's on the line. They don't care if your money's on the line. They care if their money's on the line. That's how Twitch rolls, really.
So we all start and learn that it's really bad and dangerous. But then as the years go by and we start to become more lax and start...
I rarely call you anyways. Yeah, I know. I know, we should be calling each other. Pardon me?
to develop bad habits, then all of a sudden we're holding up traffic on a green light because we needed to do something on our phone. Like, if you have to do something, just pull over. Why are we trying to maximize every second of downtime at a red light to reply to a...
That's because corpos actually brainwashed us to be as efficient as possible and encourage multitasking. If you want to blame anyone, blame corporate America for that.
Text or change a song. Like, what happened to just focusing on the road? Lots of things can happen at a red light.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
When driving, we always need to be aware of our surroundings, and our phones
Jesus Christ,
completely ignore that.
You could be the best driver in the whole country, and you still get totaled. You still get your car totaled because of some incompetent asshole driver.
Now, I'm specifically referring to like really young and new drivers. Like when I was 17 and I just got my license, I never touched my phone. When I turned 19, 20, 21.
Here's the thing, when I first got a driver's license, 19 years old, 20 years old, 21 years old, 22 years old, 23 years old. For 5 years, I never turned on music. I never got distracted. I never touched my phone. Unless I'm using my phone as GPS. Even then, I set up a GPS first before I drive. Okay, this is where I'm going. Okay, the route is set. I'm not touching my phone. For first 5 years I was driving, I never touched my phone. I never turned on music. I was looking left and right all the time. The Simpsons did an episode kind of this thing. Kind of link it. Here, Fame, you don't have mod privileges, so you're not able to link stuff. Sorry about that. But, however, if you actually... I'm thinking, if you just go to our Discord and just link, if you actually link it, it wasn't enough, but you're pretty much gonna have to go to Discord, send the link through in our videos channel, and I'll look at it. I'll look at it after stream because I don't want to risk being copyrighted. If I watched a short clip of Deadpool. I was trying to showcase Deadpool and I got copyrighted by Disney. I'm not sure if Disney owns Simpsons right now, but I'm pretty sure they do. Because Oh, so Firefox owns The Simpsons, and Disney now owns Firefox. So Disney owns The Simpsons. Because X-Men was actually owned by Firefox. Disney bought Firefox to get X-Men, and to get Deadpool, and to get and they got Marvel. So technically, since Fox owns The Simpsons, Disney owns Fox, and now so basically that means Disney owns The Simpsons. Disney actually owns The Simpsons legally, so I'm not actually risking playing it on stream. Sorry about that. All right.
22, I started to become more lax and started to develop bad driving habits.
I'll be back. Okay, matane. Stay safe. Darn. Yeah, you can't actually share. I can't actually share on stream, guys. Well, Disney owns The Simpsons now. Yeah.
And it was really easy for me to then get distracted on my phone and driving. Whether that be changing a song, calling someone, connecting to Bluetooth. It got to a point where I actually crashed my car. Thank God it wasn't anything serious and it was at nighttime, so there was no other cars around me. But from that point forward, I'm not looking at my phone when I'm driving anymore. If anything...
Here's the thing. I think it was only for about... I think earlier when I was driving, I think it was Google Maps that had this bug where the actual navigation system fucked up so badly. It fucked up so badly, it took Google 3 updates to fucking fix it. 3 fucking updates. You know what? Each time Google fucked up, their map fucked up, I have to park my car, close the app 2 times, restart Google Maps twice, and if re-input the actual address, and then it works for about a couple of blocks before it fucks up again. Luckily, Google has already fixed it. Here's the thing. I think I use 2 maps. If I'm going to somewhere new, I use Google. If I get used to a route, then I switch to Waze. I use Waze if I know the route. However, if I don't know it, then I use Google. Sorry for the late reply. I'm split between I'm doing okay. I'm glad you're doing okay.
I'm just using it as a GPS if I'm going somewhere that I don't know. But other than that, that's it. Now, distracted driving could also be doing your...
Unfortunately, I use GPS all the time, even if I know the route to home. Know the route going home, because there's been countless times where I usually do my normal route home, and then the road is blocked. So I have to park my car, go to GPS, and GPS won't actually take me a roundabout because the road is blocked, so I have to switch to Waze. And then Waze ends up not being able to fucking... And then I have to be distracted, do distracted driving, because both maps fucked up. And actually, like, plan my route live, go around the roadblock, because both maps are not actually updated. And then when the next day comes, then they're updated. It fucking pisses me the fuck off.
Makeup in the car on a red light or something. But I'm going to be so for real with you guys. I have never been put in a situation where I'm doing makeup in the car. So if anyone knows what that's like, or if they've seen other people do it, like, do you think that's a problem, putting on makeup while driving? Personally, I think distracted driving, whatever it is, like makeup, phone, map, it can be anything, is one of the worst offenses we can do behind the wheel. It literally takes all of our attention away. So we're now moving a 4,000-pound vehicle 100 kilometers per hour.
You're basically moving a 3-ton vehicle at at probably at highway speed around 70 miles per hour.
And we have no idea what's in front of us. And believe it or not, distracted driving fatalities have actually surpassed impaired driving fatalities in certain parts of Canada.
Jesus
Yet it's
fuck.
so easy to get distracted and to fall for it. New cars are coming out with full touchscreen displays, 15-inch.
Which should be illegal. Touchscreen should be illegal for cars. If it doesn't have physical buttons, so my car has physical buttons. Yes, it does have a screen. Yes, it does have a screen, but I never touch the screen. At least most of the buttons that I need are physical buttons, like AC, my fucking gear shift, and my speedometer are all physical. Here's the thing. This looks sick. However, this is easy to get distracted. Easily. Here's the thing. You know why we have rear view cameras for our cars? It's because one father accidentally ran over his 2-year-old child, and he was pushing for more regulation to have rear view cameras on cars. Manufacturers fought against it, but then it was made mandatory that you must have rear view cameras on cars. My car has a rear view camera. It's a 2017 model. It does have a rear view camera. Most of it is physical buttons, despite the one screen that's in the centerpiece. And guess what? It also has a CD player. So I can have physical disc with me, play music. However, I play music on my phone, and I have Apple Music, and I download all my music. And I have all my music offline. So in the case of Apple Music fucks up with their servers, at the very least I have all my music downloaded.
Screens, and so many different buttons that are just calling for your attention. Combine that with our phones, and it's easier than ever.
You know what? I tested out all my songs downloaded, because I go into switch from Wi-Fi to cellular, and see if I can still play my music. Interesting. I have Apple Music. I have Apple Music disabled for cellular data. So if it still works, I have my music. I like songs, Spotify. I don't like Spotify, actually. I used to use Spotify before Spotify says, we're just going to screw you over even more. Like, okay, I'm just not going to use Spotify anymore. I could just go to YouTube. I can go literally anywhere else. Thank you. I can't get recommendations, so Amazon Music or Tidal. I don't use either of those. So I have two playlists. One is downloaded on my VLC on VLC. Yes, the same VLC player that's on Windows. It actually has an app on Android and iPhone. Separate eye blink. Darn, that sucks. Yeah.
To get distracted while behind the wheel. But let's not forget one of the biggest offenders, and one of the reasons why I made this video in the first place. Speedsters.
Okay, so sir, obviously I stopped you for speeding.
No excuses.
131 and a 50. So with that speed, you're gonna lose your license and you lose your vehicle. You understand that's stunt driving, right? 50 zone.
10 minutes ago, I got my G license.
Okay, so unfortunately you lost it for 30 days, right?
I have a clean record.
Not today.
Not today, it's not a clean record. I don't even drive that recklessly. He has to speed a little bit on the fucking highway. And on the and a little bit on the main back road. Which they should really just narrow it. Usually architecture really plays a big role in speeding. In the back roads, I see people speed in the back roads. And usually because literally it's open land. Open land. Except for the parts where it's like narrow it's narrow forested roads. I see people speeding, and even on the back roads. Highway, I understand you speed a little bit. Anywhere else, you can. I wish you could go fucking die. Don't actually die, please. I don't actually like wish that on you, but I was like, if you're speeding in the back roads, you're asking to die. I've seen people speed in the back roads literally every fucking day. I don't understand. People speed in back roads more often than a highway because they know, they quote unquote know that cops aren't there. If everyone started speeding in back roads, cops will start patrolling the area. I don't fucking understand. I don't fucking understand. I really don't. It sucks to not get stuck right now, you what?
Crazy speed, man. 130.
I thought the limit was like 90 here.
Why the... There's no such thing as a 90 mile per hour speed limit. Sure, some states have 80 mile per hour speed limit, but that's only for the fucking highway. 90 bullshit. 90 mile per hour bullshit.
It's look at the signs. Everywhere up and down the street. You've just passed the school.
I just had to yell at this fucking kid right now. This teenager. I am not somebody that normally has road rage, that normally pulls up and winds down their window.
I don't normally have road rage. I usually just try to keep to myself. But incompetent assholes have gotten so common that even me, who prefers to stay calm and just mind my own business, I'm the one who's also road raging. So you know it's fucking bad.
And I don't do all that. But this kid was driving so fast, he almost hit me from behind. Thank God I didn't have my newborn baby in the car with me. Mind you, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. It is literally the time like schools get out. And I was just going down like a...
Here's the thing. You know why I apologize for people for like having my mic pick up background noise? It's because people... My living quarters is right on a main street. It's right on a main street where it's basically like relatively busy. There are people racing. So the road itself is fucking narrow as all hell. There are people racing up and down the goddamn street. I don't fucking understand. It pisses me the fuck off. It really does.
Side road, not even a main road.
People treating the streets like it's GTA 5 or NASCAR. Like, what are we doing? One of my friend's brothers, at the young age of 18, used to go 90 and 60 kilometer zones at like 1 a.m. racing his friends. I feel like it's more common than people think, like this subset of people that just glorify this reckless behavior. And on the topic of speeding and reckless behavior, we also need to talk about the people who just weave through traffic like it's some video game. Now,
exactly.
This is something I've never really understood. Like, what's the best thing that can happen? What, you've saved 5 or 10 minutes at the cost of using more fuel and putting your and everyone else's lives at risk.
Here's the thing. I try to go the speed limit. If there's a lot of cars, I go to the speed limit. But there are times where I'm on the highway, on the passing lane. People are going slow as fuck. So I have to go to the middle lane. I have to go into the, well, basically the middle lane is called the driving lane in my area. So I have to go into the driving lane, pass that motherfucker, go back into the passing lane, and then keep driving. And there are times where the passing lane and the driving lane are slow. Well, I have to go into the slow lane and pass people. Well, where I try to go to speed limit, or at least stay within a 5 to 10 mile range. Here's the thing. I am slowing down 10 miles below the speed limit. And I have to go into the next lane to pass slow motherfuckers.
In what reality is that cool? To be honest, I don't even think the people who do stuff like this even think about that. They just think car goes burr, I'ma go fast. They're adrenaline junkies who want to forget that they have bills to pay. Or sometimes they don't even have bills, they just want adrenaline. Have you heard of BMX?
Yes.
Mountain biking?
Yes.
Skiing?
Yes.
I feel like there are many other activities that will give you that high adrenaline rush that doesn't involve putting everyone else's lives at risk. And I feel like some of this stuff kind of ties back to main character syndrome, which I talked to you about in this video, so you can check it out there if you want. Now, on the topic of people who don't know how to drive safely, we have to talk about the people who don't use their turn signals or blinkers.
There is an epidemic of people who do not use their blinkers when driving. It literally takes a single finger to make the driving experience better for everyone, particularly everyone that isn't you.
Here are 3 more signs that you...
I've seen so many people that don't use their blinkers. It fucking scares me. Okay. Hope you enjoy the stream. Hope you enjoy me going losing I hope you enjoy me losing my literal balls. Raging at people, raging about the topic of people who are incompetent asshole drivers.
in fact, are a bad driver. If you do any of these things while you're behind the wheel, I'm sorry to say, you are not a good driver. Number 1 is not using your turn signal.
I use my turn signal.
All it is, it's a little... Yeah. That's all the turn signal is. Yep. It's not like we're asking you to run a marathon. We're just asking you to give it a lift.
Oh, he's back.
There he goes. There he goes. No
Oh my
turn
God.
signal again. I feel for you, Red. Again. Dude, I hope the Dodge... No, cutting off the Dodge Ram, too.
Despite being a red PP plater, I consistently seem to be the only competent driver on the road at any given moment.
Here's the thing. At my age, literally, what my insurance, my car insurance told me is that me alone, am one of the top drivers of every client that they have, from every client that they have. I am near top driver out of everyone my car insurance has. It fucking scares me. There's like 20, 21. I have about 7 years of driving experience. I pay up even with the minimum driving insurance I have, I still am paying up the wazoo. It fucking scares me that I'm being told that I'm the best driver out of everyone they have under their insurance, and I have the least amount of driving experience. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand. I have the least amount of driving experience out of every client that they have. I don't understand. What the fuck?
For example, believe it or not, indicating is not optional. At the risk of sounding like a Karen, you can't just swerve into whatever lane you want without indicating, because I'm going to assume you're having a stroke. I think there's also a prerequisite that, like, to become a BMW owner, you have to prove that you've failed the driving test at least 3 times, because how are these people on the road.
So no video? What do you mean? What do you mean? So no video? I just chucked up people thinking that wasn't cool with being told stream. Gotta say next stream. Yeah. Oh yeah, I cannot actually play The Simpsons anymore. Well, Fox would have strike me down. Disney would try to take me. Disney would try to deplatform me completely. Here's the thing, Fame. I played a 2-second clip of Deadpool, and I got that entire stream taken down because of Disney. Here's the thing, the VOD on Twitch is muted because of it. However, on YouTube, I didn't get to take down the stream. It got instantly removed. Fame, listen, god damn it. The VOD itself is muted. On Twitch, the VOD is muted. On YouTube, the stream instantly got taken down. Disney does not play any games. Fame, you don't have just earwax in your ears. You have concrete in your ears. I'm sorry, Fame, but you have concrete in your ears.
When the fuck did turning signals become optional? Because I must have missed the f***ing memo.
Exactly.
The people who I find the most strange are the ones who use it when they turn left and right, but not when they merge lanes or change lanes. Like, what? If anything, that's the most important way to use your signal or blinker.
Here's the thing. Even the people who quote-unquote use their signals, they only do 2 blinks and then merge like they're in the fucking Indy 500. They turn so sharply like they're in the Indy 500, like they're in fucking NASCAR or GTA. I have to slam on my brakes, honk at them, speed up to their fucking bumper, honk at them again, and then slow down. Then they're booking it like I'm fucking chasing them down. Cause it might as well fucking be. Cause they almost I think there's twice that they almost ran me off the road. Here's the thing, by the time I turn, I already gotten fucking near 20 blinks in. Cause I'm constantly checking, making sure people are not speeding ahead of me. And yet when I turn, someone's still trying to speed ahead of me. Cause guess what? By the time they try to speed ahead of me, they're in my blind spot. I don't fucking see them in my fucking rear view mirror. Or in my goddamn side mirrors. Cause I try to side mirror, I'll be fucking near 20 seconds, making sure nobody's speeding ahead of me. When I determine it's safe, I make a slow merge. And then I see someone just speeds right ahead of me. Here's the thing, even truckers nearly ran me off the road. You know why I don't trust truckers at all? Some of them not all of them, but some of them are so incompetent that when I'm behind a semi truck, I merge into the next lane, fucking speed up ahead of them, and then merge back into the lane I was at. Cause I don't fucking trust them. Oh fuck. It fucking baffles my mind how incompetent these drivers are.
When you merge lanes or change lanes, these lights are one of the only ways you can communicate with other drivers and let them know what you're about to do. Every time you don't use your blinkers, you might as well be asking everyone else on the road to become mind readers and then predict what you're about to do. It's not a courtesy like saying bless you or giving up your chair for the elderly. And yet somehow it feels like more and more people are treating it like it's optional, just at the detriment of almost hitting me. And most of their excuses have zero merit. I'm lazy. Oh, I forgot. No,
Bitch.
that is not acceptable. The one
Bitch, you didn't fucking forget. You were required to use your signal during the goddamn driving exam. The fucking mean you forgot. Make that make fucking sense.
One excuse that I did find quite interesting was this one person that goes, I'm not going to use my blinkers because then people will deliberately cut me off, which I think is so weird. Like, do people actually do that? Well,
Yes, people actually do that. All the fucking time. Especially where I'm living at. Because that's also the reason why I wait until there's a long... till everyone fucking passes me. And there's a long stretch. There's a huge ass fucking gap between cars. That's when the only time that I merge lanes or fucking turn. Luckily, probably recently in the past week or two, that people, whenever I make a left turn or having to go into the turning lane of the, not even the highway, having to go into turning lane, turning lane, the fucking yellow lane, not the double lane, the fucking yellow lane where you're supposed to use that wide ass yellow lane to make a turn. I have to go into that one to not be run into by other cars, and then use my signal to signal that I'm about to merge, and I have to stop my car, wait for everyone to pass, and luckily there's like one or two drivers. There's only like one or two drivers that actually stop, flash their lights, say, "Hey, I'm letting you turn to the lane." Thank you. I turn to the lane. I think that I actually give the thumbs up to those drivers. I say thumbs up to you. Thank you. I'm turning into the lane. I'm merging to the lane. I understand. Even when I see a car that's in the yellow lane, I stop, flash my lights, and let them merge. Death Stranding reference. I'm sorry, I don't know which game you're talking about. I wasn't making any reference. I'm still raging.
Well, apparently, it actually does happen. There are some ego and aggressive drivers.
Yeah, I actually, my parents were in LA. I think it was Las Vegas. I'm not exactly sure. That happened to them. And the one time when, I think it was, I forget.
Who
Motherfuckers always raging signal. They don't care. If it makes sense.
will purposefully take up the spot so you won't be able to merge after you turn on your signal. Like, I get that there's a lot of aggressive drivers, so I guess I'm not that surprised, but let me know in the comments if that has ever happened to you, because
that has happened to me at least 3 times. That's at least.
Seems like insane behavior. Speaking of dangerous drivers, let's talk about the people who would rather die than miss their exit on the highway.
How much signal I need to cut across it?
Exactly this.
Lane. None?
This fucking pisses me off. And the fucking parody is fucking hilarious, but holy shit, why the fuck are people like this fucking stupid?
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
See, here's the thing. I think it was I forget which high interstate, but it was. But this kind of thing happened. This is the kind of thing that actually happened. The suspect who actually caused it died because of it. And there ended up being at least 55 car pileup because of that.
swerving 3 lanes with no turn signal all at once to try to make their exit. Are you kidding me? Like, it's okay, Johnny. You're not gonna die if you're 5 minutes late, okay? Just get off at the next exit and turn around. In fact, you're probably more likely to die, or at least endangering your life and other people around you by swerving 4 lanes on the highway trying to make that exit with no turn signal too. This is another one of those driving behaviors that I've never understood. Seriously,
Me
how do
neither.
people think that this is a good idea? The worst thing that's going to happen is that you're 5 or 10 minutes late. Unless you're an ambulance and literally seconds would save someone's life, I don't want to see you in your 2000 Honda Accord swerving 5 lanes trying to get to your exit, okay? Just get off at the next one and turn around.
Exactly. This fucking pisses me off. Holy shit. How is the driver still fucking alive?
In the grand scheme of things, you have to ask yourself, is saving 5 minutes...
Here's the thing, I've seen this video myself. I've seen that video myself. I believe it was the same... what was it again? Yeah, the cops tried to pull over that person later that day, and he ended up initiating a high-speed pursuit.
minutes or 10 minutes worth risking it all for? I feel like some people get so comfortable and cozy in their brand new sleek cars that are just buttery.
Here's the thing, whenever driving in the highway, even if I'm drawing long distances, I stay within 10 miles of the speed limit. And the most I would do is 80. I will not go any higher. Especially if the speed limit in some states is literally 80 miles an hour on the highway. I will not go past 80.
Very smooth on the ground that they forget that they're driving 4,000-pound vehicles going 120 kilometers.
Especially white chicks in their goddamn huge ass trucks. I almost got T-boned because of one. And I'm not sure where I don't know if they actually got pulled over or whatnot, but I was literally mere inches from getting T-boned.
Per hour. And I know some people maybe react to this like, oh, Jordan, you know, it's not that serious. You know, sure, there's some bad drivers, but come on. And to those people, I say almost 1.2 million people die each year in road traffic crashes. And between 20 to 50 million more suffer from non-fatal injuries. And in the United States, the National Safety Council estimates that the odds of dying in a car accident are approximately 1 in 106. How can you hear that and say it's not a serious issue? One of my best friend's family members was killed because some idiot wasn't paying attention to the road. My mom was sent to the hospital for whiplash because she got into a car accident. So yeah, it does hit close to home for me, but also, driving shouldn't be taken lightly.
Shit!
Oh. I've had someone do this to me. It was not even on this kind of road. Well, it's like it was on this kind of road, technically, but it's much narrower than this. But I've had someone do this to me. The act of treating like a car like it's fucking Need for Speed or GTA, it fucking astounds me. And here's the thing. there are not enough cops patrolling these kind of areas enough to where these people don't can. I want these kind of drivers easily caught the second they fucking do this kind of shit. I don't fucking understand. I just don't.
Now, having gone through some of the examples of bad driving, the next logical question is, how did it get this bad? Well, let me tell you. Firstly, licenses are easier than ever to get, at least in Canada. Online resources have made it a cakewalk. Mock written exam, so you just need to memorize. You don't actually need to retain all that information. Full-blown recordings of what the road test is going to be at each different testing center. And to top it all off, there's a list of testing centers with their success rate in Ontario. So you can avoid the testing centers that have really bad success rates and specifically target the ones that have really good success rates.
Listen, it's not that old people are bad drivers, or that young people are bad drivers, or that women are bad drivers, or that men are bad drivers.
Bad drivers exist.
It's that the U.S. has a policy saying, hey, before you're 18, you need weeks worth of driver's ed training and hours worth of practice on the road to be a safe driver, knowing the rules of the road. But once you're 18, f*** all of that, just go down to the DMV and just say, hey, I need to take a license test, and we'll test you on 10 things, and if you don't screw up those 10 things, you get a license. You get a license forever, and we'll never ask you if you know anything.
And COVID.
And here's the thing, I only took half of those. I only took 5 out of the 10 things because of the cough era.
Only made it worse. The Canadian government had a huge backlog of license wanters. So what do? They made it easier to get your license. They removed full parts of the road test, so you're only tested on the highway to get your G license. For all my
I was only tested on the parking section of the driving exam. On the road test, I thought you legally have to be tested on the fucking road. Yes, it's called driving exam, but my local area, when the time I took the driver's driving exam, called it the road test. So I'm used to calling it the road test. But the driving exam is in the name. Fucking driving exam. You know how to drive? If you prove you know how to drive, you get your driver's license. Now because of this, I know it will suck for me, but I am full willing to take the driving exam again every 2 years. Just to make sure everyone else isn't fucking assholes. And please, bring back all the tough shit in the driving exam. Please bring it back. Please do. I don't care if I have to suffer. I would rather have no idiot drivers on the road than have this fucking mess we have right now.
Canadian viewers, we have a written test, which is the G1, a road test, which is the G2, and a road test with the highway called the G, and that's your full license. Now, in COVID, they removed the retesting of the G2 material to get your G license. So you were only tested.
You get 3 exams, the fucking parking exam, the permit, local road, you got a local road license, and then you get your highway license. That's actually genius. Why the fuck is America having a specific road type? Well, technically we do have a car type license, but we don't have a road type license. Canada is a step up of America having road type licenses, but it's still bad.
On the highway. This watering down of the license exams probably contributes to some of the bad drivers we see today, especially when we account for all the bad habits that they pick up years over years without ever retesting. Another potential reason is that I'm noticing that the Ontario highways are starting to feel more unsafe. Young male drivers are unleashed. You can go like 400 or 600 kilometers without ever seeing a police officer. So they're going like 130, 140, 150 kilometers per hour. No one bats an eye. Now, this isn't to say that police officers are absolutely useless, because they're not. You know, just a few months ago, they were cracking down on some of the speedsters in, I think, the Mississauga area. But yet, a lot of these bad drivers just keep coming out of the woodwork. So how do we combat speeding? Well, let me introduce you to this. Have you ever seen these around? These are automatic speeding ticket machines. And, well, what do you know? It's now knocked over. So apparently this person has seen the automatic speed ticket machine being pushed over multiple times, 6-7 times in the past 2 months. I honestly have no words for that. Are people actually going up and pushing it over? I also kind of don't agree with that, because I feel like some of these machines were helpful, especially if they were placed in elementary school neighborhoods where the dangers of kids going on these roads is a hazard, and we don't want like 60-70 kilometer cars racing by. Now, none of this bad driving behavior is new. They've been around since the invention of the car. But I feel like it's getting worse. Every year I'm seeing more distracted drivers, more people who don't know how to turn on their signal and merge properly, and more people who just don't know the rules of the road.
Exactly.
And I'm not alone in this. Some statistics back my claim up that yes, bad driving is on the rise. 94% of teenagers admit they know it's bad to do it, yet they still do it. Okay, here's my hot take. Either we need to be like Germany and Finland and have stricter road exams, or we need to go back to having paper maps. I'm sorry, I don't even know what it was like to have paper maps and drive, but all I know is that the number of distracted driving incidences and collisions and fatalities were a lot lower before we had cell phones. Now, that's just my gut reaction. Obviously, there's some downsides to that, but it's just a fun thought experiment. Also, speaking of Finland and Germany, did you know that they have nighttime portions of their road exam? Like, that's actually pretty smart. The amount of people
that's smart.
who don't know how to drive at night is scary.
It is scary.
I did not realize how bad of a driver I was until I moved to Germany. I don't know how to drive manual. I don't even know how to parallel park. A stop sign seems like a suggestion to me. Speed limit? What is that? But rest assured, if you come to Germany and you can't drive, you better learn quick, because these Germans ain't playing about their roads.
Now, the final thing I want to talk about is the highly contentious topic of the left lane.
Jesus fuck. I've had these people do that to me. Don't fucking do that yourself. Oh yeah.
The POV driver is getting mad at the car in front because it's only going 103 kilometers in the left lane. And in order to pass it, he merges to the right and makes a pretty tight turn back to the left lane. Looking at the comments, many say the front car isn't in the wrong because it's going the posted 100 kilometer speed limit. But that's missing the point. The left lane isn't a cruising lane, it's a passing lane. You see how the car in front is just chilling there and is not trying to pass the car next to it? It's just chilling. That's not what the left lane is meant for. You're meant to go in the left lane on the highway periodically whenever you want to pass the car in front of you. You're not meant to stay there for a long period of time. I know some cars do that, and that's a separate issue, but on this clip alone, the car in front just appears to be cruising because he's not making an effort to try to pass the car next to him. In fact, some states in the US, I believe it's illegal to stay in the left lane for an unreasonable amount of time because you're considered a hazard. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should only go the speed limit because I think that's reckless too. Isn't the general rule to go the speed of traffic? But this car is purposefully going slower than the rest of traffic and is in the left lane. It honestly felt like the guy in front had a personal vendetta against the POV driver. The pettiness to go into the HOV lane, speed up, okay, so he doesn't have a problem with speeding, then cross and brake check him and almost swerve into him, causing a collision, that's wild. Now, I understand that the
Exactly.
POV driver isn't innocent as well. Like, he made a pretty sharp turn, potentially causing an accident himself. But I'm sorry, that does not give us the right to speed up ahead, brake check him, and then try to cause a collision on the highway. Now, this ties back into road rage, which in of itself is a topic that deserves its own video. In fact, I already have it prepared, so I'm going to record it after this. So stay tuned and subscribe. Now, I want to know what you think. Do you think people don't know how to drive anymore? Do you think there was a rise of bad drivers recently? Why do you think it's gotten so bad? Maybe it is a cultural thing and it's just main character syndrome. Let me know in the comments. If you made it here, give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the join button next to my channel name. It's optional.
Yeah, I don't fucking understand. Oh, he does have it. Okay, okay. So we're watching this too. And then we're going to Minecraft horror mods.
This guy just got into a road rage incident. Whoa, whoa. This is this Fozzie guy.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm in my car right now, and the amount...
If I had that done to my window, someone's getting run. Sorry, okay, don't actually do this. But if I had that done to my window, someone's getting run over. I don't fucking care. Someone's getting run over repeatedly. I don't fucking play games like that. Because if I have that done to me, I'll try to back up. If they try to come towards me, I'm fucking running over them. I'm fucking running over them. I don't fucking care. These kind of road ragers actually damage my car and try to hurt me. I'll try to back up first. Try to get out of there, and they try to block me in. That's when I'm gonna be full on psycho and fucking hurt someone. Because I'm trying not to be killed. These fucking road ragers are fucking insane. If I try to like escape the road rager and try to play it safe and say, okay, let's get out of here. This is fucking insane road rager. If they try to block me in, I don't care if I'm damaging my own car. Someone's getting hurt.
of road rage that I come across, the amount of crazy drivers that I come across on a fucking daily basis is actually very scary.
I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Man, can I please call you an ambulance?
If
Jesus
you've
Christ.
ever driven or been in a car at all, you've probably experienced some degree of road rage, whether you witnessed it or maybe you were the ones who got angry.
I only did road rage. So basically, I've seen a lot of road ragers every day. I just say, okay, just mind our business and just stay in our lane, not bothering anyone else. And there's times where road ragers nearly run me off the road, damn near hit my car, it's swerving into lanes left and right. To the point where I feel like I need to block them in. I shouldn't have to do that. And where are the fucking cops at when cop is actually needed? Granted, I do see a patrol cop every once in a while, and I'm still going to post a speed limit myself. Fuck. Alright.
Feels almost unavoidable. Even if you leave early, put on calming music, and try to give people the benefit of the doubt,
That's what I
it still
do.
feels impossible not to get at least a little bit angry. So
Yeah.
many people cutting you off, merging without signaling, recklessly going 160 zones, distracted.
There are times where I'm going 80 to pass someone, and someone's going fucking 130, 140, 150 down the fucking highway. What the fuck is wrong with you? Holy fucking shit.
Drivers and the sheer pettiness that some drivers have now. These drivers come at you from every direction like oncoming fire, and while you're trying to dodge them all like you're Neo from Matrix, you don't even realize that your patience is gone. It's become so normalized that it might be easy to forget that road rage can be kind of bad, actually.
I don't like road raging. And there's a point where there's someone being so bad at driving in the lane that I'm in that I have to turn a signal, make sure it's clear. But if the driver itself is right in front of me or right behind me, being so fucking dangerous, I have to actually swerve into the next lane without a signal and dodge the fucking car. Honking at them ain't gonna do shit nowadays. There are times where I think it was only one time where there was an actual, like, such a bad driver that went to my lane. I had to brake, or else I would pretty much end up pit maneuvering that guy. It was so fucking bad. Here's the thing. I vouch for more safety regulations for driving. And then there are times where I either before I leave for work or before I go home from anywhere, I pray, like, please let me survive this trip. I shouldn't have to pray for my life. And then there are times where I almost lose my fucking life. Multiple times I almost lose my life when I'm driving. I don't fucking understand these people.
12 million people in the US alone have engaged in extreme behavior like purposefully ramming or getting out to confront another driver. And that's from 2016. A more recent AAA report found that it's increased to 11%, and that 96% of drivers have engaged in aggressive driving in the past year. Not to mention the 12,000 injuries and the 218 murders attributed to road rage over a 7-year period. But while most people would see this as a problem, a select few...
Here's the thing. You could be the most perfect driver. Go to post the speed limit. Maybe 5 or 10 miles above if you're on the highway. Follow every law for that region. And you still get a risk of being murdered, injury, fucking car accident because of incompetent drivers around you. If 100% not your fault, you were following the road of the laws, following the law perfectly, and you still get killed over an incompetent driver. I don't fucking understand. I don't.
See it as completely justified. If you do something that I don't like on the road, then I'm gonna make it my mission to punish you. You're not gonna get into my lane. In fact, I'm going to brake check you or try to run you off the road. It's not just the people who can't drive that makes the roads dangerous, it's the vindictive ones who sees driving like this as only fair. Just to clarify.
Here's the thing. My mom is a vindictive person at heart. Very heavily narcissistic and vindictive as all hell. It doesn't show in her driving because she's a fucking nurse. And if she gets a record on her driver's license she's fired from her job immediately. Because so happened where she worked, health and safety are top priority. And they find out you're an asshole driver on the road, you're losing your job. Doesn't matter if you're a nurse or whatnot. If they find out, if any company finds out you're an asshole driver on the road, you're losing your job. Especially jobs where you have to drive or you're dealing with cars.
I recognize there's a difference between getting frustrated and full-blown road rage. I'm not here to say that everyone's a rager.
I get frustrated
to make this video because I'm seeing aggressive driving becoming more
because of these road
in
ragers
my home province alone.
and
Auto
asshole
insurance
drivers.
claims related to road rage are up by 9.2% in the past 5 years. So let's dive in on how road rage got to where it is today and see if there's more to it than just control your emotions. Like all good YouTube video essays, let's start with a brief history. The first case of road rage goes back to when cars looked like this in the 1890s. They were wildly unpopular because they were a lot faster, louder, and smellier than common horse carriages.
Belching smoke, the thing careened off, out-snorting and out-rearing the most rambunctious stallion. Chauffeurs of the period, studying how to drive step by step from a book of instructions, often learned to start before they learned to stop.
It was common practice to carry an actual whip with you to scare off the children and the animals, chickens that's blocking your path. Whenever I see cars like this, I always think of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Do you guys know this movie?
It's called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's a curious name for a motor car. But that's the sound it makes.
Looking back now, this film was a complete fever dream. Flying cars, a human music box, and this guy. Anyway, by the 1930s, newspapers were already describing the reckless drivers as road hogs or speed maniacs. But back then, the roads weren't as crowded, and driving was still considered a luxury. After World War II, though, highways and car ownership exploded. Commuting became a daily ritual, and traffic just became part of life. And in 1987, the term road rage was officially popularized and I think coined by an LA news station as they were covering shootings that were happening on the freeway. Fast forward to today, where main character syndrome, political tensions, and distracted driving is at an all-time high. Road rage and aggressive driving feels more common than ever before.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Se cayó al piso. OMG. Tiene una pistola. Ay, Diosito santo. Trae una pistola.
I fucking hate these people a lot. And they go off the road. I've seen these people go off the road. Holy shit. Jesus Christ.
The road, aren't you?
Get out of the truck! Get out of the truck, little lady!
No, I'm good.
See, because you know you lose.
How do I lose?
Because I will beat your fucking dick into the ground all day long.
That's kind of gay, isn't it?
I will beat your dick. Dude, hop on.
As funny as that is, why is it easier for people to get angry while driving? I think there's a quote that goes, if you were to perfectly design a scenario to fester and create anger, it would look a lot like driving. And I honestly agree. I mean, personally, I see it as a mix of stress and anonymity. Because when you mix high stress, no one will hear me, and anonymity, you bet I'm gonna yell at the idiot who's trying to cut across 3 lanes without signaling and almost hitting me in the process just to get to his exits. Now, for some people, their anger can quickly evaporate so long as the offending driver apologizes and acknowledges their mistake, you know, gives a little wave.
You could be driving like a complete asshole, but if you hit me with like a little, I'll forgive you.
But it isn't always that simple. Some people have this idea that retaliation is the only correct answer, that somehow being petty, not letting them merge, I'm gonna speed up to them, whatever it is not just fair, it's justified because they did something to wrong me first. I don't know about you, but I feel more and more people are treating driving as tit for tat. If you do something that I didn't like, then I'm gonna cut in front of you, brake check you, not allow you to merge into my lane, whatever it is, because you did something that I didn't like. Sure, people may understand your crash out if someone wrongs you on the road, but is doing something like this making the roads a safer place? Well, I think on some level, this ties back to our culture. There's an attitude for an eye, which is pretty human. Like, if you do something to wrong me, I'm gonna do something to wrong you. It's only fair. TV shows, movies, live view sports, they all have this in common. Combine that with main character syndrome and people unhappy with the state of the world, and things can escalate pretty quickly.
Let's talk about a very common problem called road rage. If someone wants to pass me, I'm gonna let him do it. Why would I resist? If I do, it's just gonna create more problems. It's not gonna take anything away from me.
Exactly.
I can appear and disappear in my life in less than 5 seconds. And if you break the laws, perhaps the cops will stop him. Who cares? I'm not his dad. And maybe he's in an emergency and he needs it.
When I drive, isn't my goal to fight other bad drivers, teach them a lesson, get into a ego driving match with the guy next to me? Nope. It's just to get to my destination in one piece. Anything else is just a distraction. And yet some people, despite knowing all that, they become so petty when they drive that it's hard for them not to retaliate back. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to be petty, you be petty. All the more power to you. In fact, I think being petty can be annoyingly funny between your friends. But I also think doing things out of spite on the road and ego driving, that can be a little risky. I don't know who that other person is, and I kind of don't want to find out if they're crazy.
I see him still behind me, going through cars, trying to, I guess, like come up next to me. And that's when I pull my phone out and I see that he had a gun. Whatever he's doing isn't right. People need to be aware that something as simple as switching lanes without that person wanting you to can aggravate them and have them pull out a gun on you.
Here's the thing, I am scared to merge onto the next lane if I see there's a car coming. I wait until there is a long ass gap. If there's a long ass gap, then I determine that it is safe to merge. Because these kind of drivers right here, there's crazy drivers, even more nowadays. To where the point that, despite me still being relatively new to driving, I am scared to drive because of these people.
Now, one of the reasons why people are so spiteful and tend to escalate situations while driving is due to immaturity. Drivers ages 19 and below are 4 times more likely to be involved in a road rage crash than older adults. Peer pressure, inexperience, impulsive decision-making often lead teens to escalate the situation more and more rather than just back off. No wonder young male driver insurance premiums are so freaking high compared to every other group.
Exactly.
But another reason why some people find it hard not to retaliate back, I imagine, is because of the increase in bad drivers. I mean, just think about it. If there's one bad driver every week of driving, then sure, it's easy to brush it off, have some empathy, give them the benefit of the doubt, whatever. But if there's 10 bad drivers every single day, every time you go out to drive, it's probably harder to keep your cool.
What the fuck?
So it's a miracle that I have road rage a lot more than I had those 1 or 2 times. To the point where, you know the trick I use? And what I tell myself is, let that person get themselves in trouble. Let them be stupid by themselves. If they're right, however, if they're right in front of me, right behind me, next to me, and they'd be stupid, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. I'm gonna keep honking at them to the point that they get annoyed from me honking and drive away. Then they're away from me. And I say, okay, now let them be stupid by themselves.
Come on, man, go! What is your problem, man? Do you know how to fucking drive? No. What?
I already spoke about this topic of bad drivers in my last video, so you can check it out there. But
Yeah.
basically, there is an increase in distracted driving, both of which may be factors as to why the roads might be more dangerous. One, because there are more bad drivers, and two, there might be more people who retaliate against those bad drivers in the form of aggressive driving and, yes, road rage.
It literally only took 1 week before somebody was charged under Utah's newest road rage enhancement driving offense. William Lewis, an individual, was charged in Eagle Mountain this past week. He was allegedly following a young man. Mr. Lewis allegedly accelerated aggressively, followed the other driver, threatened him with a firearm, pulled out a gun during the altercation, and as a result, now this individual is being charged with a third-degree aggravated assault charge.
Now, as much as I want to do it, I can't blame bad drivers for everything. Road rage and aggressive driving is often just the explosion and the final spark.
Here's the thing. One of my friends who wants to get her driver's license, I understand why she's scared to get a driver's license in the first place. Yeah, he did it to himself. He actually did it to himself. But I understand why one of my friends who wants to get a driver's license is actually scared to. Even she's driven with me. She was a passenger in my car. And we both personally saw 3 bad drivers. We saw a road rager end up speeding off and initiating a police chase with a cop. All in one trip. And I said, I am so sorry that I just shattered any hope for you to get a driver's license. And I told her, hey, if you're gonna get a driver's license, you're gonna have to deal with these bad drivers here. And I offered to teach her how to drive. I offered her my techniques of staying calm while driving. Because if you panic or rage, you're just making the situation worse for everyone else. And that I keep that in mind all the time. To the point where when I see a bad driver, I'm like, another bad driver. And it's only Tuesday. Okay, let's just get to our destination. I have a deadpan voice. I use a deadpan voice to keep myself calm.
After a pile of other frustrations that's just ready to
blow up,
catch on fire. First of all, driving demands a lot of mental focus.
Exactly.
Navigating traffic and dealing with delays. Combine that with anonymity, loud noises.
That's why when you're potentially dealing with delays, I usually go at least if I need to get somewhere or like get to an appointment. If it's an appointment, I try to get there 30 minutes early. If it's anything else, if it's work, like my work, I try to get to my work at least a little bit early. I try to get to my work at least a little bit early.
Weather and poor road conditions, and it's easy to see how driving in the summer and traffic jams are common road rage.
It's even worse in the winter, but mind you.
Triggers.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking 405, bro. Shit.
I've dealt with this on I think it was the highway. I saw the highway was jam-packed, so okay, let me take the back roads. The back roads were also jam-packed to the point where I had to call my manager and say, hey, the highway is jammed and the back roads are, and I tried to take the back roads. The back roads is also jammed. We're at a standstill and I don't think I'll be able to make it to work. And I told him, all right, just give me an hour and see if I'm gonna see if traffic gets better. It didn't get better for a whole, like, the traffic stayed in a standstill or near standstill for a whole 3 hours. By the time the first hour ended, I had to call my manager and say, hey, I'm not making it to work. I'm still in the standstill, and I barely moved 1 inch in the entire hour. So they had to acknowledge that they knew. Hell, even around my old work area, they knew. They could see the traffic being so jam-packed right in front of them. And they knew that day, they had such a severe shortage in employees and staff that day, that literally for the next week and a half, they overstaffed themselves in case that happened again.
Not even moving. Look at that. Oh man, the fuck?
Throw in the stress and fatigue of a long workday, or
Hey,
just
who's that cutie on my screen I should
struggles.
kiss right now?
Wow, you should kiss me. Wow. I'm yeah, wow. Yeah. And here's the cutie I see in my chat. Mwah. Mwah. And kisses. Mwah.
And your patience is already paper thin as you enter your car.
We gotta talk how people are driving in this nation right now. People are projecting 1,000% of their feelings into the way they drive right now.
Yeah.
And it is completely evident.
And for a small group of people, I feel like it's learned.
Gives everyone a kiss on the forehead, but gives Brandy a longer one.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. Wow. Babe, we also got kisses.
Behavior. Like, imagine if you grow up with parents or other
Cat hisses. Ooh, famous hissing. We should give Fame more kisses. Yeah. It's funny that one of the new, I think it was one of the new, redeems I had put out for the Twitch chat. Nobody had redeemed it yet. I will flip over the table. Hey, maybe you do that, we'll flip you onto the bed. That's not a threat, that's a promise.
people you drive around with, and you hear lots.
Hard doubt. Okay, which mod wants to volunteer? Which one wants to help me and volunteer? Let's get Fame. I want to be flipped on. Come here, sweetie. Whoop. I flip you onto the bed. And give you cuddles and kisses.
Yelling, aggressive honking at other drivers, swearing,
Yeah.
flipping them off, whatever. That aggression may start to feel normal, and they might pick those habits up when they eventually drive. The last thing I want to talk about that may contribute to road rage and aggressive driving and just people being angrier in general is poor city design. When cities are
That's
built around
especially a
cars
major
instead of
factor.
people, driving often feels less like you're going somewhere and more like you're navigating an obstacle course.
Yeah.
Using intersections, endless construction, poorly timed traffic lights, and bottlenecks all add layers of frustration before you even encounter another bad driver. Not to mention long commutes and lack of reliable public transit that keep people trapped behind the wheel for hours, amplifying their stress. Every
Yep.
obstacle we face when driving.
Bro, I'm rating. I'm rating because you're so cute. You're cute too. Gives you kisses all over. Gives you head pats. Scratches your chin.
Is just slowly chipping away at our patience. When the infrastructure itself feels like it's working against you, it doesn't take much. Maybe it's one slow driver, one missed green light that just makes your frustration into anger. Speaking of poor city design, let's talk about my home city of Toronto.
A New Yorker visiting Toronto went off about the city's traffic in a viral video.
There are no left turning lights. What the and you are sharing a road with a monorail train. Oh my god, and the scooters and the bikes. I never felt road rage. Like, mind you, I drive in New York daily. I go to the city all the time. I have never in my life dealt with that kind of traffic.
To add on to everything she said,
You know it's bad when a New Yorker gets actually genuinely scared to drive. You know it's bad when a New Yorker is scared to drive. No, yes, you are cute. Sidekick. Meow. Mwah. Oh. Meow. Yes, I should definitely come over and keep coming over.
In a span of 18 years, the city has spent almost $13 billion. Yes, with the B, billion dollars on 17 or I think 19 kilometers of public transit that I think is still not open to the public yet at the time of recording. Quick comparison.
Jesus
In that
Christ.
same amount of time, Istanbul built a fully driverless 26 kilometers of rapid transit line. Seattle built almost 40 kilometers of LRTs and Beijing.
We should totally all kiss each other. Mwah. Jesus Christ, this is trying to come.
Beijing built more than 800 kilometers of rail transit. Now, before we talk about potential solutions, here's the scary part of road rage.
Houston police believe this teen unintentionally swerved in front of the gunman's car in order to avoid a braking vehicle in front of her. Her uncle tells me she and two friends were heading to Galveston for a short getaway. Louise Jean Wilson celebrating her high school graduation in May. The 17-year-old with a bright future said her uncle was shot and killed early Sunday morning as she traveled through Houston.
Louise's case is just a scary reminder that in her own mom's words, and I quote, "You don't even have to have an interaction with the driver that chooses to shoot you." So what is the solution to aggressive driving and road rage? Is there a solution? If I'm gonna be honest, I doubt it's ever going to be completely solved. So long as there's humans behind the wheel, there's bound to be someone who loses their temper and explodes. It's been studied for decades now. Campaigns have been tried and tested, and yet the number of incidences are still increasing. Sure, maybe we can tackle the contributing factors around the problem, like the increase in bad drivers, how easy the license exams have gotten, poorly designed cities. But at the end of the day, road rage is often a problem that doesn't start on the road. It's a result of high stress and reacting emotionally, which can be fueled by the state of the world, personal struggles, and feeling like your safety was breached, which happens frequently on the road. Personally, I think the best thing I can do is just control how I react and how I behave on the. I think the best.
Yeah, keep calm. I try to keep calm all the time. Keep your distance was actually drilled into my head so many times to just keep my distance. I can go for a 3-person. Please. Yeah, but I try to keep my distance. That was drilled into my head so much that I do that unconsciously. I try to keep my distance all the time. Do not respond. This one I have to practice a lot more, to be honest. I'm already good at it as is. I just don't respond. Sure, I honk at them. Say, hey, stop being a fucking asshole. I honk at them, or if I don't feel like reacting, I just under the steering wheel, I flip them off. Either flip them off the rear of my windshield, or just under the steering wheel, just flip them off. Just subtly flip them off, but it's on middle finger under the steering wheel. Seriously, once. Do we have another taker in the chat for a 3-person kiss?
Thing I can do is just control how I react and how I behave on the road, because at the end of the day,
Leave on time. Actually, leave early. Actually, it's better to leave early. Record on camera, get a dash cam. I already have that. Think about the consequences. I think about that. Avoid using vehicles to express anger, which is actually drilled into my head. Assume another person is in the car with you. That I had to drill into my head as well. To the point where when I stop, when someone decides to brake check me or something's on the road and to brake quickly, I usually keep an eye on the road all the time. And then to the point I end up like if I brake sudden braking, I'll do it and I unconsciously extend my right hand into the passenger seat onto the passenger seat as if someone was there. Steel's brain. Ew, I got my hand stolen, chat. I'm only streaming with one-handed now. Gaming one-handed. Oh my goodness. Instead of gaming the normal gaming one-handed, is it teasing a certain cutie in the chat while gaming? That true gaming one-handed. Avoid eye contact with when appropriate. Yeah. Which to avoid eye contact on the road, you actually have to look at the road. You should be over teasing. I know, I should be over there teasing you, cutie. Ignore aggressive drivers. That I pretty much am good at doing as is. I either honk at them if they almost hit me. Most of the time, I grip the steering wheel, flip them off, and then continue driving. Limit distraction, yes. So what I do, I use my phone for GPS as GPS. And I use the music as the background noise. I don't actually listen to music. It's boring by myself, just saying. Yeah, it is boring to play with yourself. Oh, it's so cute. Play some calm music. I do play calming music in my car sometimes. My calming music is either a Genshin music or I say soft Genshin music, piano, or soft rock or metal. Aw, cutie got some kisses. Oh, no, correct shit.
I can't control how another person behaves. And I doubt if I try punishing them or provoking them that they'll get out of their car and apologize and give me a hug. More often than not, me punishing them or acting like some sort of street vigilante will probably just make them more aggravated and increases the risk of something worse to happen. It also just ruins my mental for the rest of the day, and why should I give them power over that?
You may be wondering, what's so funny? Well, you could laugh about it or cry about it. It's a choice. Someone once said, God writes a comedy, but humans are just bad actors. So today, instead of flipping out, you flip the script. You choose to find the funny. Now, look at you chopping it up, laughing with your passenger. All because you chose.
It is hard to remember the heat of the moment, but you do have a choice. The reflex is to want to lay on your horn. It's to want to teach them a lesson. The default is to rage. I mean, people would understand if you crash out. But why give that power to someone who doesn't even know you? Why give that power to someone who's even aware of your existence? Why give them the power to ruin your day for even a second?
Here's the thing that pisses me off about bad drivers. They forget that people exist. They're willing to run pedestrians over. They forget that there are human beings in other cars. When other people say bad drivers, they're not even thinking about the person in the car. They're thinking about the car itself. Sometimes they think about the car itself. They don't even think about the person. They don't think about the person as a person. They think of the person as their driving skills. I don't fucking understand.
When anger and ego takes control of how you drive, the transition from I don't like this guy to aggressive driving and road rage can happen so quickly that some people don't even realize that it's happened to them until it's too late. Fun fact, anger is more infectious than joy. But I want to know what you think. Do you think more people are driving angry? Do you think there's more road rage? What do you think causes road rage? Maybe the solution is just a city full of autonomous vehicles. Let me know in the comments. If you made it here, give this video a like, maybe subscribe. I make commentary videos like this one every single week. We have a good time. It's a fun time. Peace. If you're still here, here are some wholesome moments on the road, because oftentimes I think we forget about the humanity.
Yeah, you kind of forget about the humanity sometimes. Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna quickly set up Minecraft real quick. So allow me to do that. Matinee. Alright, back on Blitzies. We're loading up some Minecraft right now. Discovering file mod files. Alright, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Still waiting for it to load up. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Alright. You're still on top. Already? Already? We're not even a minute in. Thank you. Alright. Head back to the island. See what we can find. Alright. What I want to do is Probably. Thank you, 𝙂𝙚, for following. Welcome, welcome. We're playing some Minecraft for Modpacks now. Oh, they spawn inside the wall. They're good on them for that. Oh, that scares me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Why is it being... Why? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm surprised it didn't hurt you. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Really? Alright. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck. What was that? Also, night night, Ray. Night night. Sleep well. You can secret so fast. Jesus Christ. What happened? Three. Coordinates. Wasn't stuff just taken away? Or just moved up to my hotbar? What the fuck? What the fuck? Located in a wall. Jesus fuck. Oh, yeah, yeah, this is creepy. This is very much creepy. I just, what the fuck did I just experience? Bananas? Alright. Just in case. Just in case. Alright. Okay, holy shit. Uh, Diamond shield? Let's see. And copper sword. Amethyst armor. Obsidian spear. Whoa. Another dagger. Okay, that's cool. Alright. So can I technically make a... Jeez, fuck. Diamond dagger. Diamond rolling pin? Okay, what the fuck? Hammer? Ish. Universal blocking. And... I'm confused by this. Okay. Okay. Alright. Looks beautiful. fucking scared me. Shit. Oh. Uh. Why? Why do I do this to myself? That mod I knew it is. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, this was here. Mm. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna need another boat. Aren't we? Alright, so here. I thought and look at it anyways. Hmm? Thank you, Glonaby, for following. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Doing well? Ugh. Uh. Uh. Hey, may I ask oh, pronouns are she, her. And thank you for asking. Hope your day is going well. I am currently scaring myself with Minecraft 4 mod packs. A lot of them have pills in it. Schizo pills. 3. Alright, that's our coordinates. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Why am I so interested in horror mod packs? I heard it's also she her. Yay! Hello. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Ah! But yay! Fellow trans, welcome, welcome. Mercy sister. Fellow sister, welcome, welcome. Jesus fucking Christ. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Oh shit. University. Oh fuck. But yeah. My day was okay-ish. Hasn't been a particularly good week since two of my appointments have been canceled on me. So I had to reschedule those. Oh fuck. You're Brian, fuck you. Fucking Christ. Why? Why am I doing this so vanilla warning? The vanilla warning already scares me as it is. Oh no. Oh no. I don't have to deal with the warden. Jesus Christ. Uh... What's going on down there? You're joining me on this ride. You're suffering with me. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Please, let me mine in peace. Oh, fuck. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Yeah, take me some schizo pills. Oh, why is it? Please give me back my... Please give me my POV back. Please give me my FOV back. Huh? Uh... Not again, not again. Not again. Oh fuck! Not again! Not again! Okay. Okay. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Please, I can't take this anymore. Ah. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. And okay. Oh fuck. Okay, let me strip mine in peace. Fuck's sake. Okay, negative 43. We're almost there. What is this? Did we reach a trial chamber? Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, fuck. Here we go. I'll export this and see. All these nowhere. Got it. Oh, fuck. 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 Oh, fuck. Please. Please. Give me strength in this, because I am not happy with this. Oh, fuck. Oh, no wonder I was hearing sulks everywhere. Jesus Christ. Again. Jesus Christ, please don't do this to me. Oh, fuck, please, no! Uh... Uh... I have 9 nuggets here. I can make an ingot. Okay. Okay, fuck. Coconut. Oh god. Okay. Alright. Where's the entrance I made? There it is. I really need to mark it. Oh god, fuck me. Where is my goddamn... Where is it? Oh, now I decide to come back. I can't even go down there anymore. Fuck. I can't go down anymore. Fuck me. Ah, fuck. Killer whale? Aw. Hi. Hi. Alright. Alright. Well. Well, I can see back and then I gotta end the stream here because I don't have the mental capacity to be so passionate about road safety at the same time suffering from microphone mock. Oh god. And I can go back down to the Cape to explore the potential potential ancient city. So I have to just quit the game here. But yeah. I am just no and no. Why do I make myself suffer? I am so intrigued about microphone mod packs. I really am. Now, as you can see, I can't believe I had this audio muted this whole time. Fuck me. Fuck me. Why didn't anyone tell me? Fuck. I hate myself for this. I make my desktop audio just in case anything happens. Like, when I'm wanting to play a YouTube video, I didn't mute it just in case. Just in case. Ah, fuck. I just... Anywho, yep. Anywho. I'm just gonna end off the stream here. I want to say thank you for everyone who followed and subscribed. Thank you everyone for joining today's stream, and thank you everyone for watching today's stream VOD. My name is Brandon Blitz. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of video games, chat just me, as well as I draw art, I do coding, and hopefully I'll be streaming 3D modeling to everyone here sooner or later, that is. Anywho, that being said, I'm just probably gonna relax and have dinner. Just try to relax. I don't have the mental capacity to deal with microphone mod packs today, apparently. at least the first half I dealt it pretty well until it got back to back jump scares. Holy shit! I was like, what the fuck? That being said, I get going now, my blitzies. Bye bye, matinee.